Hello, welcome to my channel. Now the game, how we would normally, if we was going to play this game normally, we'd switch it on like this. Then we decide whether we want strict mode or not. Then we press start, and then that would flash. And after it finished flashing, it will play a tune to you, and then it's up to you to respond back to it. Okay, so I want to get a step closer to this. Now to get closer, we have to use certain programming techniques, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some examples and show you some examples of problems we may face. The first problem we might face is this problem. So I'm going to run this function first, and let's see if it's supposed to count in the console. Let's see if it works. As you can see, it's got not a number, so obviously it doesn't work. It's not counting. Now the reason this is not working is this is in the right context, and this set interval calls it in a different context, so it can't find the function because it's not looking in this context, it's looking in the window context. So that's why that doesn't work. Now there's a way to solve this, and this is doing it. So what this does is it captures the context and then it uses that context. So let's show you that one working. So you can see that one's counting. Okay. Now I see many people using this one. I'm always baffled why they use it, but I think a lot of people use this. Okay. Now this is another way of doing it. You can just do bind this and stop. You don't have to do that. You just have to do bind this. So I'm going to demonstrate that one. And as you can see, that one's working. Now there's another way to do it, and that's by using the arrow function. So the arrow function automatically binds to the context. And another good thing about this one is sometimes you may have to nest these binds, and sometimes it can look a bit messy. So if you don't have to worry about doing bind this, then the code will look be a bit easier to handle. So I'll show you that one working. Okay, so that's working. Now, we'll probably use either this one or this one. We're not going to use any other. We're not going to use the other one. We're going to use one of these two. Okay. Now, another thing we're going to use is something that repeats. Let me just take that out. I'll take that out. I'll leave that. Okay, we're going to use something that repeats. So I'm going to run this function, and as you can see, it's a function, and inside that function is other function. So this I variable is a global variable to this inside function. So I'm going to run that and show you what it does. It's all it's going to do. It's going to run itself. It's going to run the outside function is going to run toggle, which is this one, and it's going to keep running it until it gets to here, and at which point it will stop itself. So this function is going to start and then stop itself. I mean, this function is going to stop itself eventually, so I'm going to run that. And as you can see, you get started, and then it runs all of these, and then it stops. Now what we'd also like it to do is, we'd also like it to tell us when it's finished. Okay, because as you can see, this got returned first, so that means that this hasn't finished yet, so we don't know when it finishes. So we need to know when it finishes. So what I'm going to do is, if I put a line in here, this now tells us when it's finished. Can you see? Now we may want it to finish and then do some more work, do something else. However, we don't know what else it is. We don't know exactly what it is. We may want it to start another function. We may want it to console log. We may want it to do lots of things. So what we can do is, I can take a function as a parameter. Okay, so what I'll do is, I'll add that line. So that inside function is now going to take a parameter, and this outside function is now going to take a parameter, and if it's got a parameter, it's going to run that parameter. Okay, so I'm going to now run this without a parameter, and it should do exactly the same thing. Okay, now I'm going to add a parameter to it. And the parameter is going to be a function that console logs start work. I don't think that works. One second, I'm just going to troubleshoot and then get back. Hello, I spotted why it didn't work. I haven't passed the parameter into this function. I could take that out and then it would work, but I didn't really want to do that. So it worked there, but I wanted to pass something into it. Now I can actually do it by adding it there, and that will now pass. The parameter from this will get passed into this, and then that will pass it onto this. So if I do that, can you see it started the work? Okay. Now we can also use the arrow function, and this is probably what I'm going to use. And now I'm going to have to put the parameter in there. Can you see that worked? So I'll probably use the arrow function in this example and in this example. Okay. And I'll probably also use it in this example, even though I haven't set this up with arrow function yet. Okay. Now I'm going to demonstrate this one. This is a function. You tell it to start something and you tell it to stop something. Okay, so it's just you're gonna supply it with 2 times, and they're gonna be in milliseconds. Like for example, if I do 0 and 100, it's gonna play the first one straight away, and 1 second later it's gonna do the second one. Can you see that? Or I could supply it with 1000 and then 2000, 3500, So what this will do is, when I run it, it will wait for a second, press start, and 2 seconds later it will stop. Okay, so that's these are the kind of functions I'm going to use. Okay, so I'll demonstrate that. Okay, now this is just a simple implementation of it, because I'm probably going to let this in 4-minute finishes as well, so and have the pass a function into it as well as I did with this, but I don't have to demonstrate that, I don't think. Okay, so in the next video I'll carry on with getting the assignment going to work. So until next time, bye.